Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do a review of the One Drop Coverage Concealer from Catrice. I did use this in my HD Liquid Radiance Foundation video, and I noticed that there's a lot of interest specifically towards this concealer, so I decided to do a specific review of this one. That's it. If you're interested to see my thoughts and how it applies to my skin, then just keep on watching. Let's start with the basics. This is, as I mentioned, from Catrice, and this is the One Drop Coverage Weightless Concealer. I have the shade 004, which I think it's the second lightest. There is number 3 as well. This is Ivory Rose, so this is a bit cool toned concealer. I think the number 3 is probably on neutral tone. I haven't seen these in store. I ordered this one from online. What they claim is that this is a full coverage concealer and it includes hyaluronic acid in it, so it's also quite moisturizing, and it's supposed to be sweat proof as well. I have used this maybe 6 times now, so this is not a first impression. The main point is with this concealer is that this is really hydrating, moisturizing, and if you have oily skin, stay away from this concealer. You can set this to a matte version, but it will turn to be quite cakey. So this is something you will enjoy if you have dry skin, maybe mature dry skin, dehydrated skin, and if you don't mind the fact that this will crease a little bit on your skin, even though if you use a little bit of powder, it will crease. Not very much. It's not something I worry about, because it's something that when I apply my makeup and I set it with powder, I wait maybe a half an hour. I have those creases then, and then it's enough for me to do just this and it's okay. Maybe during the day I might have to do it as well. So this is kind of high maintenance concealer, but I'm willing to live with that because the finish of this is really beautiful. Now that we are living full winter, when it's cold and raining, snowing, everything possible here in Finland, I really have difficulties with concealers and drying up my skin. So this has been really great one during this time of year. Another one, I'm going to do a separate video of the where is it? This one, the Essence Camouflage, the Healthy Glow version. I will be posting a video about this next week. These two have been really great ones on my dry skin. Something to notice also, that this is at least not for me a full coverage. I wouldn't even want it to be full coverage. I don't wear full coverage makeup, basically never. You can build this up. I will show here how I applied it with 2 different kind of brushes, and I used same amount of product both times, and you can see how it is mediums, kind of light medium coverage after one apply. There is that glow which makes it more reflectant to the shadows of your eyes. So if you have hollows in your eyes like I do today, there will be that shadow. Unless you powder it, it will make that shadow of course away, but you need to be just aware of it. And even now that I have powdered my under eye area using the Becca brightening powder, there is still that kind of glow, because I use the tiniest amount of powder I just possibly can. So this is how it looks with just a 1 drop, but notice 1 drop to each of the eyes. So I wouldn't say that this is 1 drop coverage, because you actually need 2 drops at least to have this kind of medium coverage. I'll be testing now applying with this Zoeva brush that can I build this up to more coverage. I use this one because I know that this gives better coverage than the paddle brush. So let's see. I put another drop, so this will be now 2 drops per eyes, and it is building up quite nicely. There is the difference. There is now 2 layers and this is only 1 layer, so there is definitely better coverage, but it's still not full coverage. I powder my under eyes using this kind of fluffy powder brush. This is from Zoeva. It's the number 134. And I always start from the outer corner and I just apply it like this, tapping. And I take as little power as possible just to avoid the overpowerness in my under eyes. That will cause that my concealer will crease more easily, but as I said, I don't mind it. One thing to notice also about this, that you can quite easily cake this up. It is surprisingly thick even though it's in a dropper, and it's more liquidy than usual concealers, but for some reason on my skin it feels kind of creamier, not heavy, more creamy one. It might be the moisturizing qualities in this which makes that feeling, possibly, I don't know. But there is that kind of feeling of thickness, and it's also something that when you apply powder on top, if you kind of form that thick kind of paste, which will look cakey quite easily, so you need to be aware of that. It is a tricky concealer. It's not a perfect one, but now that I've learned to live with it and I've learned to know how it reacts with different kind of primers and powders and my makeup, I've been really loving this concealer. The wear time is really great one. I have used this 8 plus around 10ish hours and it's been great. The fact that it is so moisturizing and kind of thick makes it last on me better, and by that I mean that it doesn't look so dry and irritated on my skin, and that's the quality which makes me think it wears well. It doesn't wear off quite easily, especially if you do use powder. It stays on your skin pretty well, so it's been looking good in the evening, so that's a positive side especially. But there is again the thing that if you are prone to creasing and you have a lot of lines, you might end up looking quite creased in the evening if you don't remember to look in the mirror every now and then during the day. So as a conclusion, I won't agree with the fact that it says weightless concealer. There definitely is a kind of look that you are wearing concealer and there is something in your eyes when you apply it, but when you have set it and it's kind of got into your skin, it looks really, really good. Then there is the sensation of kind of makeup-y feeling, but in a good way. So I kind of don't agree with the weightless one, but kind of I do, because like now it looks really good. It's been on my face around an hour now. The full coverage fact is not, I would agree. If you build it full coverage, it's definitely not weightless then, and at least for me, it doesn't build up to true full coverage. It just kind of blends away, so there is a limit of how full you can get this. Sweat proof I haven't tested. It's winter, I haven't been exercising, and I never exercise with makeup on, so I wouldn't know how that lasts. But I have watery eyes and it has been doing well with my kind of wiping off my tears, so in that sense it has been doing really well. The shade match is perfect. This 004 Rose Ivory Rose, it's perfect for me, so I love this shade. Even though it doesn't hide the darkness on my skin, which is more deeper today than usually, so On my normal day it hides quite well that the bluish purple tone. Today there is a little bit left. If I hadn't been doing this video on my normal makeup day, I would have applied a little bit of my Becca brightening cream and that would have been solved, so no problems with that either. There is a great wear time, great moisturizing sensation. Negative side is that this is very crease prone to creasing, so that's something, the major minus thing in this one is that it will crease for sure. I will dare you to show me a way that you won't be getting creases with this one. If you are okay with that, then I think this is something you might want to try, especially during this dry winter weather, and during summer I highly doubt that I will use this. But that's about it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, requests or anything, please leave a comment. If you did like this video, give me a thumbs up, otherwise I wouldn't know. And I hope you have a great day and see you next time. Bye bye.